Hey guys, so this is my channel and first off, my name's Orit and I am a depression survivor. I am in depression remission, as I like to call it. If you have watched some of my past videos, in fact, I say go back and watch some of my past videos. You'll see where I was. What was that, 2-3 years ago? And you can see the difference that I have been able to affect in my life through all of the different practices that I have picked up and all of the different things that I've learned to do to retrain my emotional state of balance. I was suicidally depressed. I've been depressed pretty much my entire life. The last bout of suicidal depression lasted about 4 years, and it took me a long time to dig myself out. That was the last time that will ever happen for me because I took control of my life. This channel exists to take you on my journey of how I got out of depression so that maybe just maybe you can get out of depression as well. Or any mental imbalance that you might be suffering. And you know, I'm not perfect. I still have really rough days, and that's okay because now I have the tools to deal with those rough days. You know, this channel is not meant to be a place for you to go and not get actual help if you need actual help, because at one point in my life, I really needed actual help and I got it. And I reached out for it. Okay. So if you're in a place where, you know, where I was suicidal for 4 years and you need help, get help because it's serious. Like, it's serious. Because I almost took my life. And I cry because, gosh, what a terrible thing it would have been if I had, because I had a son. I have a son. And he was young, and it would have just been terrible had I done that. And I can promise you that if you feel that way, sorry, it's emotional. If you feel that way and you take your life, you're going to create so much suffering for all the people around you, and it is not worth it. It is way more worth it to go get help. And so on this channel, I'm going to share about the help that I did get and about, you know, all of the different practices that I do use now to keep myself out of depression, period. I'm just not depressed anymore at all. So this has been a 4-year journey out of suicidal depression that I will be talking about. And if you guys have any questions for me on any of my videos, please leave it in the comments. Understand that I take care of my 94-year-old grandmother and am running household. And I also have 6 different projects that I'm working on to create income. So I will try and answer questions as often as I possibly can, and I will get to you. I will get to everybody. Don't worry about that. I will. It just might take me a little bit of extra time because I am a caregiver 24/7 for my 94-year-old grandmother, and that takes a lot of my energy. So anyway, I'm here though, and I'm here to share my story in hopes that it helps you to move forward in your life. It helps you to create the change that I've been able to create that a lot of people aren't. They just don't know what to do. So I feel like my voice needs to be heard because I've done it. I mean, you guys, I was suicidal. I've been suicidal my entire life, and I am now 47, and I just don't have that. I just don't have that anymore because I figured it out. I figured out how to break those cycles. I figured out how to do it. I figured out how to shift my mind. I figured out how to be healthy. And I am going to share that with you because you can do it too. If I did it, you can do it too. And hopefully you're younger than me. And if you're not, that's fine because you can do it at any point in your life. And I'm going to tell you right now that it's not going to be easy. I'm going to tell you right now that it's going to be challenging. I'm going to tell you right now that you're going to have to continue to decide to make these changes over and over and over and over. And you know what? It's worth it though, because once you start experiencing even a little bit of joy, that's enough to drive you. especially when you're living in a dark room with no doorknobs, because that's what I always felt like. I was in a dark room with no doorknobs and I couldn't get out, couldn't see out, couldn't get out. It was awful, 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 awful. Okay. And I don't live there anymore because I have done so much work on myself, and it is all available to you, and it is all free. Except for one thing. When I was suicidal, I did have ketamine treatments, and I do highly recommend that if you are feeling suicidal, that you look into getting ketamine therapy. If you want me to talk a little bit more about that, I will as well. But that is really just like the last stitch effort, right? I was going to take my life, and that was my answer, was to go get ketamine therapy instead of taking my life. And it actually was the very beginning to my healing journey. Now you can heal without that. And if you're just depressed and you're not to that place where you want to die every single day, then that's okay. The ketamine is just a reset. It just breaks the cycle of the thought process of that suicidal thought process. That's really all it does. It's just a tool. And there are so many tools in the toolbox of healing and health that you don't have to have that one. Although I will say that if you are there, that is a really good route to take, in my opinion, because it is what helped break that thought cycle for me in order to create enough space to bring in some other tools to use to break everything else and retrain my brain in a completely different way. So that's all I'm going to share right now. Follow me for more. I will be posting videos. At first, they're going to be intermittent because I am taking care of my grandma, and you guys will just have to roll with me. I'm going to try and do it once a week, but it'll possibly be like once every other week. And yeah, I'm going to share everything that I know, everything that I do. I'm going to probably ramble on about certain things that, I'm experiencing right now, because I experience a lot of the same kinds of things, but I deal with them in a different way now. I think that's all I have to say. So hopefully you will join me for this ride, and hopefully what I have to say about my journey out of depression and mental imbalance and into health and joy will help you to move forward in your life, and make some changes so that you can experience something similar, because it's worth it. It's really worth it. All right, guys, welcome, and stick around. Subscribe, like, follow, all of the things. And I will be back with you soon. Also, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I will get to them and answer them. I think I already said that, but I'm just reiterating. All right, I will talk to you guys very soon. Welcome.